Good morning, welcome everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'll be giving you a prediction reading for the 22nd of June. Oh, grey skies, overcast here today. We had rain overnight. I hear that you guys in the UK, Wales, etc. are getting some sunshine. So that will bring a few smiles on people's faces, I'm sure, now that you're in summer and finally getting sunshine. Miracles do happen, guys. Cheers, everyone. I have got my coffee. A little bit of admin today, guys. Haven't got a lot, just a little bit. Thanks all you guys for your great feedback as well on the video that Sandy, my girlfriend, and I shot. I'll leave it down here again if you haven't caught up with that. Her pen name is Liliana Riven. She's written the book Finding Stillness, and she's got some really great tips and tricks. We did a Q&A that can help you, so please check out her video from 2 days ago. So thanks again for your lovely feedback on that as well. I will pass those messages on to Sandy. First off, welcome anybody new to my channel. Guys, can you please just double check that you're subscribed? They took away 7 subscribers the other day. We know this is what YouTube does to keep my channel really small, unfortunately. So please just check that you're subscribed. Hit the like button, guys. It helps me a lot. And like I said, please comment. Hopefully I'll get your comments. We know YouTube does play around with them and puts them in different spots. They never just put them under the video. Sadly, I have to go searching for them in 3 different places, and then sometimes they don't give them to me straight away. They can give them to me months later. So I'm not ignoring you. It just means I haven't seen your comment if I haven't replied, because I reply to all my viewers because you are important to me. I like to know what you guys are thinking. It's interesting to get other people's perspectives as well. All right, let's get straight into the admin, guys. Well, we've got the Royal Tour coming, yes, in October. Chucky is coming down under with the Queen. He's bringing her as well. And they're going to have their tour in Oz. But they're saying that he is still getting weekly chemo, guys. Sorry, it's not adding up, is it, guys? I know for you guys that have been through chemo and that you have written back to me and agree that it takes an absolute toll on you. He hasn't lost any of his hair. Not that you always have to lose hair, but a lot of people seem to. And you feel sick. People get nausea. I know. It's just getting around like nothing's wrong. I don't get it. How you can be going through chemo every week and still doing your duties. So they actually said he's still getting chemo. So he's out there shaking hands, mixing with the public, people coughing on him. Doesn't your immune system drop? None of this makes sense, guys. Anyway, coming down under in October, apparently. Watch this space, guys. Okay, the other thing I've just got to mention is we've been talking so much for the last 2 weeks about the tolls going up, how money's going to start to be really made on these toll roads and things like this. Well, Melbourne, apparently the CityLink tolls have made $13 billion over the years. $13 billion. And they're going to put it up. Just got announced on the news today. They're going to put it up. Of course they are. And I want to know who's got the $13 billion. Where's it go? Doesn't go in our pockets, does it? And like I said, it doesn't seem to go back on the roads very much, and there's not that much maintenance going on. So I'd say some big corporate companies pocketing that and some big CEOs making quite good money, and they're about to put them up. So if you're in Melbourne, look out. It's going to get quite expensive. And this is a global thing because big corporates are coming in and taking over, and they want to make the big bucks, which they clearly are. The other thing here, guys, yes, you're not going to believe what popped up this morning on the Today Show. Very scary, guys. We get the fear thrown in our face here everywhere. The fear tactics, the scamdemics, the whole thing. They're calling it now Mpox. They won't even use the word monkeypox because they know no one takes it seriously. Well, it's emerging in Oz, and they showed some horrific pictures of all the blistery kind of lumps and so Mpox, very scary. There's 3 cases in Australia, so that's the latest. They're calling it Mpox because that kind of sounds different, doesn't it? If you think of monkeypox and Mpox, Mpox sounds like measles crossed with like chickenpox, doesn't it? That's how I thought. That's what I thought it was at first. And then I went, oh, no, that's monkeypox. Like they've just tried to make it sound more scary, more serious, because no one ever took monkeypox seriously, as we know. Oh, and the other thing we're getting bombarded with, which I know in the UK you were as well. Oh, yes. It's very scary. The bird flu is spreading like wildfire. Yes, it's almost at emergency levels. Yep, it's out of control. Even though they're saying they've got it under control, but then they're saying it's out of control. So how's that work? But, you know, they're blaming the wild birds. They're blaming the wild birds. They're saying they're contaminating the food. Of course they'll blame the wild birds. Oh, God, like, seriously? I don't even want to go there. Couldn't be that these animals are like caged and just stuck in a cage and sitting in each other's feces and all this kind of stuff, could it? Oh no, that wouldn't cause disease or anything. Anyway, just my opinion, guys. As you know, my videos are for entertainment purposes only, guys. Take from them what you choose. All right, how about we get straight into the reading, guys, and see what comes up. Gosh, they're showing me like a tsunami warning for Hawaii. Oh, God, Father. People on edge in Hawaii anyway because of the Maui event. But I am getting a bit of a tsunami warning, like a big wave coming. Could be earthquake, could be just a tremor. I don't know if Hawaii's, well, they probably are prone to these things. They get volcanoes, don't they? I am getting a bit of a tsunami warning coming. But, I mean, what's real and what isn't real? We don't know. What's created and what isn't created? I don't know. And we know the earth is shifting a lot, guys. So I am getting a bit of a tsunami warning maybe for Hawaii. I don't see any great destruction. I think it'll just be a bit of fear and sort of run for the hills kind of thing. I'm just getting that. All right. I'm seeing Sushi coming out talking again at 10 Downing Street. But I feel like he's warning people of not coming out on the streets and like, when are your protest marches again? They are soon, aren't they? I get muddled up with the dates, guys. He's sort of warning people not to come out on the streets, that it could be dangerous, and if you get involved in these things, you have a high chance of being arrested. Oh, of course, but they don't come out and say this with the plasticine protests or anything like that, do they? No, nothing like that. You can do whatever you want. So I feel like they're sort of going to come out with a little bit of warnings, like if this continues, because as we know, these are going to continue to get larger and bigger, and as more and more people wake up, and they don't want that. So I feel like Sushi's going to have to do a little bit of damage control. He's going to have to, well, he's coming out, I think he's going to come out and say a bit, and sort of warn people that they have that high chance of being arrested if they come out on the streets. And he's going to use the old, well, we're all going through this together. Oh, God, remember that thing? We're all in this together. Oh, I remember that during the CV. Oh, how sick of hearing that were we? We weren't all in it together, that's for sure. But I'm getting that. Like, we're all going through the financial crisis together. We're all suffering. We're all struggling to feed our families. We're all, and the way he talks, you know how he talks all very condescending and everything. Really, he doesn't see it that way, but it comes across condescending because we know he's extremely wealthy. Isn't he richer than King Charles as far as we know? But I am getting that. He's going to come out and he's just going to try to deter people. They're going to try and deter people from standing up. And they're going to kind of backpedal and say that, you know, due to what happened with the CB event, that these things, sometimes this is how things roll on. It takes time for everything to come back up to normal speed again. He's going to just try and cover it all up, as we know, with their lies, BS and garbage. And he's going to try to deter people from marching in the streets. They don't want it. They don't want people rising up. But people are too tired in the UK. People are going to rise up. They're going to ignore him. People are going to still do it. I feel like your marches are going to get really big now. And when people see Sushi just on his little podium thing talking in front of 10 Downing Street, they're just hearing wah, 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 wah. A bit like that school teacher, was it, on remember Snoopy and, what was his name? Snoopy and, oh, I've gone blank now. Oh, God, what was that little kid's name? And they'd all sit in the classroom. All I can remember is Snoopy. Was it Charlie? No, Snoopy. Oh, I can't remember his name. I used to love it. It was a little cartoon. And the teacher would be up the front and they'd all be like, and Linus and all that would be asleep. Was it Charlie? I've got to look it up. It's frustrating me now. And the teacher would be you'd just see this vision of the teacher going blah, 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 blah up the front of the classroom. And absolutely no one would be listening. No one at all would be listening in the whole classroom. Hang on, I've got to look it up. I can't think of the kid's name. Who was it? Snoopy and who? Oh, Charlie Brown. Sorry. I thought it was Charlie Brown. Yeah, and the teacher just be wah, wah. Well, that's what people are hearing when Sushi talks now. He's just like the teacher up the front of the classroom going wah, wah. And Lucy, wasn't it, in the classroom as well? Remember that cartoon? Charlie Brown and Snoopy. But the teacher just rattling on. And we've all been there. It's all like, oh, boring. No one's listening. And that's Sushi. When he talks, no one's listening. And I'm getting that song by, is it Pseudo Echo? I say, you say, you're not listening. I know, you know, we're not listening like you did before. People aren't listening to him. I think that's by Pseudo Echo, isn't it? I'm pretty sure. All right, so that's what I'm getting for Sushi. He's just wah, 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 and no one's taking any notice anymore. I think it's like the whole Boris thing. Everybody's switched off now. They just realise he's just a puppet working for the puppet masters and they don't want to go down that road. So people are going to keep standing up. I still feel your marches are going to be big. All right. Oh, we'll get Scotland the Brave. What's happening in Scotland? There's movement in Scotland. Oh, you're ready in Scotland. I'm seeing people ready to battle. I've got people with their swords. I've got the William Wallace Braveheart energy. I'm just getting that. People standing there with their swords ready to fight. I feel like Scotland's really ready to stand up now. Oh, it's a little chilly here, guys. I feel like Scotland is ready to charge. It's almost like if you have to charge forward in Scotland, you will. It's not a problem. You've got enough numbers now that people will stand up and fight this garbage that's coming out and being thrown at people now. So you're ready in Scotland. You're ready to rise up. And the tension's building in Scotland. I'm getting that. The tension's really building. It's like pulling a rubber band. You know, when you stretch a rubber band really, really tight and the tension is building and building and it's almost like you're waiting for it to snap, but it can still go a little bit further. That's what's happening in Scotland. The tension is building. All right, watch this space, guys, in Scotland. Be ready. Have your sword and your shield ready in Scotland. All right. I'm getting fightbacks in New Zealand. I am getting them. We know Chris Luxon's putting himself on the world stage more. He's mixing with the global leaders. He's putting himself sort of more out there. And, of course, he has to bring things back. We know he does. Because whenever they go on these lovely world meetings and things with the important people, the VIPs, they always come back with... not always things that are great necessarily for the people. So I do see stand-ups in New Zealand. I feel still it's about renewables. I feel like wind farms are an eyesore. Things are an eyesore. People don't want these things plonked on their farms is what I'm kind of getting, or on beautiful landscapes. I do feel that, say, unfortunately, like I keep saying, Chris Luxon's going to have to join the renewable event because he's got to pretend, really, or not pretend, but he's got to look like he cares about the world because everybody else is doing it. It's like peer pressure, really, if you think about it, isn't it? So I do see you guys standing up. There will be stand-ups in New Zealand. I'm not seeing anything volatile or aggressive. I'm just seeing marches, people just having their say. Peaceful marches, people having their say. All right, because you guys are warriors over there. You will stand up if you have to. And if you don't, well, you just have to lump it. So that's why globally so many people do stand up, because it's like, well, do we want to lump this and just take it? A lot of people don't want to. And a lot of people, obviously, as we know, weren't aware what was coming. So they've been blindsided. Well, when you think of something blindsiding you, it sort of takes you off your course, doesn't it, really? Okay. I am getting that these government leaders and the governments are hitting their threshold now. They have to get things over the line. It's time now. This can't drag on. I mean, we've been here for what, 4.5 years, guys, with all this nonsense going on. Well, now they're getting very pressured. These global leaders and elites are getting very pressured to get things over the line. And it's almost like over there, like timeline, they have to get things implemented now. And I feel it's because they don't want more people waking up. As we know, we talk about it all the time. Sandy and I talked about it the other day. If there's too much light, it can override the darkness. So these leaders and things have to make sure that the light keeps getting smudged out, kind of thing, like blotted out, that it doesn't get too bright is what I'm getting. So they've got to speed this up. They've got to make haste. That's what I'm getting for these leaders now. They're under pressure. They're under the pump. They've got to move things on. Well, we can't keep just stagnating, can we, guys? We're just, although, that's just what I'm getting. But like Sandy and I keep saying, we're at the tipping point. We feel we're at the tipping point where the light has potential to override the darkness. And these dictating tyrants are quite aware of that, that the light's getting brighter. The more people awaken, and that's why it's not a bad thing, guys, that it's sort of been going slowly, because it means that more and more people have the opportunity to awake before they start really implementing things. Oh, funny. Oh, anyway, we're getting there. Patience is a virtue, remember, guys. All right. I'm getting Japan is really a superpower now. I do feel like Japan really wins over a lot of people. I always say that they're quite good to deal with when it comes to resources and commodities. I do feel like Japan's really winning people over. Japan has very good support from people and other countries. So they're politically definitely on the world stage. I always see like Xi Jinping and Putin over here, and I always see Japan's like over here. They're not associated with these kind of guys that play dirty. I'm getting that Japan's quite sincere in its offerings is what I'm getting. I'm kind of getting they're like peacemakers. They're like peacemakers, which is very hard to believe after years ago with war and everything. But we're not there anymore. We've got to remember we're not there anymore. There's a whole new generation of leaders in Japan is what I'm getting. All right. I'm getting America, and I'm getting helicopters and drones. They're just showing massive military helicopters, like I suppose you could call them Black Hawk kind of things, real fancy ones, but real good quality helicopters and drones. Drones are being very militarized is probably the word I'm thinking. They're not like the old little toy drones kids fly in the backyard and the real estate agents used to take a picture of the houses. These are drones that are very, very complex and can be used in war. I'm getting America's really investing in these helicopters and drones. Biden is, well, is it Biden? We know it's probably not Biden. Is it Obama? Possibly. We really don't know. But whoever it is really spending money on war. We know that, and I'm getting that song again by Frankie Goes to Hollywood. War, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again, which we all know, and nobody wants war. I mean, look at the destruction. Look at Ukraine and that. It's just rubble. How do people live in rubble? you know? It all makes no sense. So I'm just getting that there's lots of money going into military helicopters and drones, and you'll probably hear about that soon. Just money being spent and wasted. But meanwhile, and what makes no logical sense to the American people, Biden flung open the border gates, the Mexican border gate scandal, let all the terrorists and the enemy into their country. So none of this is making sense. The American people can't afford to live, and Biden's wasting their taxpayer money on more military crap. But people aren't, well, they can have the wool pulled over their eyes sometimes, but people aren't dumb now, guys. They're figuring this out. This ain't making any sense. Nothing's making sense. Poor America, you poor things. Trump's the only thing that makes sense over there. Fingers he gets in. He has to get in, surely. Oh, I hope he goes. Oh, I keep saying, I wonder if he'll go after Hunter Biden. God, that could be a court case that'd go for 4 years, wouldn't it, guys? Dear, oh dear. All right, let me see if there's one more thing, and then we'll pull some cards, guys. Still getting Europe's rising, Europe's standing up. Europe won't give in. The waves of awakening are just sweeping across. It's showing me wave after wave after wave in Europe. Of course, we'll see nothing on mainstream media. Let us know if anyone lives there or anyone's seeing anything. But this could be coming too down the track. But I'm still seeing huge fight backs in Europe. They're not going to take it. People don't want it. Oh my God, guys. It just doesn't end, does it? It just doesn't end. Fancy having to fight 4 years on for our freedom still. Like, what? It's just more idiotness just keeps rolling out and rolling out. I said this year was going to be confusing, and I tell you what, isn't it confusing? And I keep saying how the reset's changed course. They've changed the train track, pulled the handle, changed the train track. And I think they have. Of course, we're not in the loop, so we won't know things. We just have to sense and have this gut feeling and awareness that things are a little bit different. Things are shifting. We'll figure it out eventually, but at the moment, guys, it's like us. We're just sitting idle, like our car's running. This is us, the BS detectors, Braveheart, Maverick, Rebel, Freedom Fighters. We're just sitting idle at the moment because we're not even sure which road to take. Sometimes we get confused as well. So instead of just rushing and making a snap decision, we're better off, we've learned over time to just sit idle and process things. So keep processing things, guys. Of course, like I always say, we're not going to make stupid moves anyway at a time when there's a massive financial crisis, because we saw it coming. So we were able to kind of mentally prepare ourselves. But a lot of people weren't, guys. They've been caught off guard. Like they said before, people have been blindsided by all this cost of living. And of course, they've held the interest rates here for another week, couple of weeks or whatever. But I reckon they'll go up next time. They just tease people. Like, oh, good, they're going to go down, and we know they're not. It's absolutely insane, isn't it, this cost of living? It really is. You can't even get your head around it. You wonder how we're all getting by, actually, don't you? But, of course, like I told you the other day, Elbow and all these government leaders are giving themselves another pay rise. This is about the third one during all this cost of living crisis. Yes, because they've worked so hard to save our countries. They're going to get another pay rise, but nobody else is, as cost of living goes up and wages stay down here for the rest of us plebs. Go figure. All right, let's pull some cards, guys. Enough of me having a whinge. Although I think we're all having a bit of a whinge, aren't we? We need some happiness. Let's pull a happiness. Oh, I'm getting that song Happy by Pharrell Williams. Is it Pharrell Williams? What's his name? That's such a great song. You all love that song. You often write it down, guys, don't you? Because I'm happy. It's such a great song. Be patient. It will get done, just not right now. We always get Be Patient. And we always get that song by Guns N' Roses, Patience. Have a little bit of patience. Oh, patience. We're very patient people. We've been going for this long, guys. There's nothing, we can't, wait out the storm. We're very patient indeed. Let's pull a unicorn of the oracle, guys. Oh, patient, all right. There were times we didn't really have any patience, but now we've kind of improved on the patience front, haven't we? I think we just let go and just allow things to just flow and happen at the time that they're meant to, don't we? This awakening's certainly been an up and down process is probably the word I'm looking for. Oh, here we go. Healer. Oh. You have powerful healing gifts. Have faith in your abilities. Stay true to your path as a healer. Oh, that's so interesting, isn't it? And when you look at the body language of that unicorn, the head down means a calm energy, relaxed. Well, I guess just sort of chilled out too. And that's like Sandy and I were talking about the other day. Like we were the first wave that came through because we're the healers. We're the psychics, the intuitives, the ones who can handle, being on our own, really. Like I always say, being alone but not lonely. We can handle that space. And that's why we were that first wave of awakening that came through. So we shine the light. And most of us really are kind of healers. If you think of most of what we do, majority of us, we have this like part of us that helps to heal people because we're usually empaths, we're compassionate, we can read people very, very well and situations as well. And when you see things coming, you can plant those seeds as well. Stay true to your path as a healer. There you go, guys. I'll leave it there. Even when we get bumped off course, we always manage to come back on track, don't we, guys? We just have that knack of, and a lot of things do throw us off course, especially people and situations. But we handle it much better now, don't we? And I think, to be honest, it's also about like when you go through that awakening, you heal yourself first. It's like anything. Once you heal yourself, the energy you emit can help to lift and heal others as well. I often say it's like if someone's got depression or is feeling really bad around you, or you've got to walk parallel with them. You can't allow their energy to like bring you down. Well, you can't allow them to take you down to their energy. We have to make sure we stay in our own frequency energy, in that up energy. It's really important, guys. Oh, inner eye. Here we go. Meditating, my inner eye opens. I see clearly. I'm connected to me, my surroundings, my earth, my universe. That's so us, isn't it? And the inner eye, when I get inner eye, guys, I think of that third eye, the third eye. Sometimes mine gets really sore. I'm sure a lot of you guys have that third eye experience as well. Maybe that was something to do with my migraine yesterday. I don't know. But that inner eye is that inner feeling, that inner knowing, that inner wisdom. We've been talking all week about the telepathy. That's a form of an inner eye too. It's like communicating. I see clearly. I'm connected to me. And I'm getting that song, I See Clearly Now the Rain Has Gone, of course. Going to be a bright, sunshiny day. Hopefully it is for you in the UK. Let me see if there's anything else to finish off with, guys. Did you play that Coldplay song In My Place yesterday? It's an interesting song. It's very interesting. In my place, in my place. Yeah, it just reminds me of us as individual, like souls, like we're in our place, where we're meant to be. That's just sort of what I got from that. All right, hang on. God, they're giving me Madonna. I'm just trying to get the song. Hang on a minute. It's that one where she's dressed as the cowgirl and it's tell me a song. Tell me a reason why. Don't you... Oh, I don't know what the name of the song is. It's the one where she's in the desert. It's that song. Tell me... Oh, we're going to have to look it up. I can't think what the name of the song is. Hang on, guys. Oh, I'm getting that song. Don't blame it on sunshine. Don't blame it on the moonlight. Don't blame it on the good time. Blame it on the boogie. Don't you think that's sunshine? Don't blame it on the moonlight. Don't know who sings it. Blame it on the boogie. I can't dance. I can't dance. I can't dance. Control my feet. Is that the song? Who sings it? Oh, we get weird music. And they're giving me Sonny and Cher. I got you, babe. They say we're young and we don't know. They'll find out until we grow. I don't know, but I got you. I don't know the rest of the one. It's such a good song, though. I do like it. Baby, I got you. Babe. I got you, babe. I got you, babe. That's a cute little song, isn't it? I am getting that. They say we're young and we don't care or we don't know. That's probably what a lot of people have said about us when we were labelled the conspiracy theorists. I mean, they say we're clueless and we don't know, but we actually did know. Oh, we get strange songs, don't we? I'm getting George Michael's Careless Whisper. The careless whisper of a good friend. When the music died, something in your eyes. Got to find the silver spoon. Oh, I love that song. That's so stunning, isn't it? I really love that song. I'm getting that. Let's see if there's one more thing. Hang on, guys. And then finishing off, I'm going to give you this song to finish off today by John Denver, I Calypso. I Calypso, I sing a high spirit, sailing the oceans and far and so wide. I don't really know what that song's about. Maybe we go listen to that. I Calypso. I Calypso, I sing high spirits. I guess the message really there is just stay in your high spirit. Keep your energy up. Keep your high vibe up. I Calypso. I'm guessing it's something to do with... I don't really know. Let me see if I can see what the film clip's about, guys. I always confuse you so badly, don't I? I Calypso. Let's see what the film clip is. Oh, no. It looks like it's like about the water or like a dolphin or something in the film clip, I'm guessing. Well, I suppose that's about vibration and being an independent person like that we are, isn't it, guys? I'll just look up that Madonna one as well. Tell me Madonna. I think it's Tell Me Madonna. Yes, that's it. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I'm not sure the meaning why we're getting that song. We just are. But I'll leave you with I Calypso. Go and play that today, guys. I'm going to say goodbye from Australia. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Like I said, I'll leave that video of Sandy and I here, the question and answers. Hit the like buttons, guys. Please feel free to subscribe. We'd love to have you here. Like I said, comment down below. But just make sure you hit the bell notification. And like I said, guys, just double check you're still subscribed because I've been taking my subscribers away again, as per usual. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.